No, come on, you're supposed to show
You're
yourself.
not videoing me, are you?
Welcome to Not Just Campers. Today what we're going to be doing is showing you how to fit a diesel heater if you've never done one before. Can be quite daunting. I think the hardest part is probably dropping the fuel tank and plumbing in the pipework, but we can show you that, it's quite easy. Right, this is the box of kits that you get. This is an Autoterm diesel heater from Autoterm. Really good brand. We've used these for a couple of years now, never had any issues with them. If we fit them, there's a 3-year warranty. Normally, I think if you fit them yourself, I think you get a 2-year warranty. This is everything in the box, and I'll just run through everything with you. So you've got your 2 kilowatt diesel heater with the caps on the end, so they just screw off, throw them in the bin. We don't need them. So obviously we get tubes that go on. It's coming back to see us. Tubes that go on there, in and out. Wiring harness, so that goes to your leisure battery or to your main battery. Silencer, and all the clips. And the great thing about these, as you can see, I don't know if you can get a close in, it actually tells you what every bag does and what they're for. So that one is mounting kit for the fuel system, mounting kit for the exhaust. We've got a little fuel pump there, tells you the direction that the fuel goes. Loads of harnesses, fitting bracket, we'll show you that fitted up. Silencer, and then last but not least, we've got our little controller as well, that way around. So what we're going to do is we're going to be fitting this to, this is Matt's van. It's a long wheelbase camper. We're just starting the conversion on this, so you'll probably see inside there's stuff thrown everywhere at the moment because we're just on with it. It's up on axle stands, safety first. So we've got it up on axle stands. We're going to drop the fuel tank on this side. I'll show you, we've got a ramp and everything, but obviously you're not going to have a ramp at your place, so we thought we'll show you as you would do it with either on your driveway or wherever you can borrow a mate's unit. And like I say, we just got it up on trolley jacks and axle stands at the moment. So we're going to drop the fuel tank from underneath here, we'll show you that, and then we'll show you on the other side where, I'll tell you what, we'll quickly just run around. I can show you where the pipework's going to come out, can't we? Oh. Okay, so we took the seat out. On this one, what we're going to do, we've got 2 vents on this. Open vent here, we're going to put that there. That will suck the air in from inside the cab through the diesel heater, so you're not pulling in cold air all the time, you recirculate air. And this, what we're going to do with Matt's, we're putting this at the back of his seat. So I'll jump quickly in. Oh, watch me fat ass get on the seat. Right, so we took the seat out. As you can see on this, if we pull that up, it's very dirty, so we're going to have to clean that out. So we're going to run the wires here, and then we'll bring the tube out. We'll cut the hole in here, bring the tube out, bring the tube at the back, and then we'll have this at the back of the seat. We'll make a cover for the back of the seat. If there's a leisure battery out like that, there are different places you can usually bring them up, just behind the seat if you wanted to. But on this one, we're going to bring it in there. Okay, let's crack on with it. Right, underneath the van, what we've done, we've took the beauty shields off, mud guards, whatever you want to call them, shit shields we call them. Right, normally there would be a shit shield here that covers everything. On Matt's van, fortunately, or unfortunately for him, it was all smashed away by a big rock. So that's why you see it's all bent and everything. So we like to take a couple of little bits off that were there. This is the bracket that comes, let's say, with your heater. And what you will see underneath, you'll see a slot there. That goes into the slot. And then you can see, if you've got, we use riv nuts, which, have you got a riv nut? Alex, can you grab us one? Right, so we use riv nuts to hold these on. It does, as you can see, it holds itself actually in that little tab up there. So we'll put riv nuts in these holes. Now, riv nut is like a rivet. There we go. Excuse my finger with the garage plaster on. So that goes in there, and we crimp it together, and it's got a thread inside it. We can put a bolt in. If you don't have one of them, don't worry about it. You can always put some Tek screws in. So there is still space. So once that goes in, as you can see, there is still space. You can put a Tek screw in if you want into there and hold it. And then your diesel heater is going to bolt onto here. And you can see, if I get that torch, where are we? Where's the rubber? Ah, there we go. There's the rubber right in front of me. So that's the rubber underneath the front seat. So once we've got my torch there, you'll see bracket in there, diesel heater fitted here. All electrics will go inside the vehicle there. Fuel pipe will go over that way as well, but we'll tackle that as we're coming along. Right, my learned friend, Mr. Alex, who doesn't like being on camera, has dropped the diesel tank. So what we've done is we just, on the diesel flap, we fill it up, undo the little screws out of there, and it'll drop the tank down. Undone the 30mm straps. We just undone them on the other side. On this side there's three straps, 13mm bolt. Undo them, put a trolley jack underneath, and we've just lowered the tank down just to there, and this leaves you with the pump. Orange gloves on because diesel stinks and it goes everywhere. So you've got some clips here, your return and your flow. There's little, I don't know, can you grab them? You see that little push button, you push that in, that pulls that off. Same with that one as well. That releases them, pull them out of the way. Certain it's got some in. Right, undo the clip. You've pulled that clip in there, and that releases your wire. And then you're left with your pump, and there's a big ring. That's it. Alex has tapped this off. What you can do is, if you've got a pry bar or a blunt screwdriver, you can tap this. Be very careful when you do it. Just tap it round, anti-clockwise, obviously. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, and undo that. It's like wheeler dealers, this, isn't it? Because you do the work and I come in and be the.
You're the star.
Oh, does that mean you're what's his face? Mike Brewer.
Oh, don't say that.
I've met all the other guys. I've met Ed. He's a really nice bloke, and I met Ant the other month when I was in Vegas at SEMA. Really nice guy, actually. Right, so here we go. So this is where you're going to get covered in diesel. Take the rubber sealing ring out as well. Try if you can, because obviously the diesel sits in a ball, so try to get most of it out. Lift it out, and then make sure you get your float out as well. There we go. Look at that, done that today without dropping loads. Yeah. And there we go. So that's that out, and then what we'll do now, we'll take it to the side, we'll clean it up, and we will show you where we put the drip tube in. Fuel pump's out, and what normally on the fuel pump, obviously we've got to put this dip tube. Obviously way too long, so you've got to cut it down. That's got to go into here, and obviously it sucks the diesel up out of the tank, sends it to the heater. Now where you put this, on this one, if you look, obviously you've got a space here. Easiest way to do it, normally, for some reason, I don't know why, you see there's a little square there underneath. Normally it has a nipple there, it has a nipple there, and easiest way to do it normally, we usually just put a torch underneath, and can you see the square there, and you normally better see the nipple there. So what you do is you just drill it where the nipple is, and you drill it with, here's one I prepared earlier, an 8mm hole. So you're just going to put a cloth round to stop all the, it's only plastic, but we don't want obviously swarf going in. So there we go, right in the centre there. So that's our 8mm hole. Oh, correction as well. Whose van did I say it was? I say it was Matt's van. Yeah. Oh, Cleabait. It's not Matt's van, it's Ben's van. So good friend of mine, Ben. I do apologise, Ben. So this goes in. What we'll do is we'll put this in. I'll just quickly mock it up. So that will go in there, and then we bend it and it'll go down there. It's nice and bendable is this. We'll bend it down there, and the best way I tend to do it is I squash it down a little bit, then put it level with the bottom of the pump. So when the pump goes up, it'll just raise it off the bottom, so you don't want it to suck out crap and everything like that in. The easiest way to do it. And while Alex has been taking this and preparing this for me, I've been just getting the diesel heater ready. As you can see, that's why there's loads of tools lying around. So we put in the air pipe with a Jubilee clip, and we put in the fuel pipe, and we just bolted them to the bracket, so it makes it easy now to put it all in. So we'll do this. Alex can crack on with this, and I'll get on with this to save a bit of time. Just take a picture of that.
I'm videoing now.
You're videoing now?
Videoing
All
now.
right, if you're videoing now, we'll take a picture then. Okay, standpipes in then, so as you can see, we put that in there. Put it down there, and it's just, let's say, off at the bottom there, so we're not going to be sucking up any crap. Fuel pump back installed. So that's the drip tube there, comes out. Alex has put Jubilee clips in the right orientation, both the same. Yes, we don't like it. We don't like it doing it the wrong way around. And washers have to be the right way as well.
Yeah.
So we come down here. What we've done, put the pipes back in, white tube, and as you can see on the VW clip, where's the torch? Right. You can see there is actually a little clip at the bottom there on the VW clips that you can push the white tube into. So we've done the first one, done the second one, and then we took it over the top, and that is then going to the fuel pump. This is the pipe that we've just had coming out of the top of the fuel pump, so that's coming across. We're gonna put some fixings in here that will then go down here to the fuel pump for the diesel heater. That, remember, it's got an arrow, directional arrow, to tell you which way it goes. If you always forget and you put your clip on, direction is always where the plug is. That comes out. In here we've put diesel heater up, cable tied everything in, and that's going in. So that's it. All we're going to do is put that to there, put a few clips in, and then we'll put our exhaust bracket on, and then we can do our ducting.
Regarding?
As you can see, we jumped along a little bit now. Fuel pump wire is in. We've cable tied it to, there is a handy little hole in the chassis there, so we cable tied it to that, into fuel pump. So on the, you saw earlier on when I was going through all the wires and everything, there is a fuel pump wire, and it comes in a massive coil if you want to put a fuel pump anywhere. What I've done is I've just cut it down, resoldered it, just to make it, they say what you can do is just push all the wire up. I just don't like doing that, it just looks a bit untidy. So what you've got to do, comes with the fuel pump wires, you've got red and black. Red goes into number 1. You should hear a little click when you get it the right way. Come on. There we go. And do you know why it won't go in properly?
Did you need lube?
No, there's always time for lube. I'll tell you what, if anybody can tell me what film that's for, I'll send them a little prize out. I always use that scene. There we go. Little plug there. Solid clip. Pass it round. And put cable tie on it. There we go. So that was all night. Put a little cable tie on that, that'll keep it nice and neat. What we've done now, then we've put the exhaust pipe on. When the pipe comes, it's got a little slit in the end of it, so if you, when you are cutting it down, make sure you put a little slit in it, and it clamps it a lot easier. So put little bend on there, silencer on there that's fastened up to the bodywork, so it's nice and solid. and then we've just brought it round through the gap in the heat shield, and to stop it from rattling and everything we just put another bracket on there so it's nice and neat. So that's all done. The only thing we've got left to do now is put the ducting tubes in. So we're going to put one of the ducting tubes will go round up into the bodywork, and then the other one will go into the side step. So we'll do that now. Just cut that with, what did we say size it was? 64 mil hole saw, and that's for the pipe work to fit in here and the side step. We'll just clean this swarf up, put a bit of primer on it, so obviously we don't want any rusty metal, and then deburr everything. So the wires for the, we just took the grommet out underneath the seat. That's the wire for the controllers. So you've got your positive and negative, and then that's for the controller. So just put them through. That's the pipe for the ducting pipe, which will go at the back of the seat. As you can see, it's all nice and neat. So this one here, you've got loads of wire. I think it's if you're pulling a trailer. There you go. That goes to your leisure battery or your main battery, whichever you run into. And then this one here will plug into your controller. Depending on where you're putting it, if you're putting it into a kitchen, you can get these extended as well. So we'll just have a look underneath, and that's it done then. We've plugged in the wires for the controller and the leisure battery. We just got to do them on the other side now, that's it, and that's the job complete. Fuel pump's all done, wired up, plumbed in, air breathers all on, ducting's all in. As you know from the ducting, it's just screwed on. It actually screws on to the heater front and back. You could put a Jubilee clip if you want. No, sorry, not a Jubilee clip. Don't put a Jubilee clip on. Put a cable tie around it if you want to hold it in place. There's no need really. Don't put a Jubilee clip on because it can squash the housing and stop the fan from turning, so don't bother with that. Silencer's all done, all fitting nicely, bracket on. So that's the job complete. Hopefully we're going to be doing a few more videos on restorations, camper vans, all sorts of bits and pieces. So what do they usually say on these videos now? Is it
like, subscribe, and
like, subscribe and follow, and do that thumbs up thingy.